the other night when I went in on a quick snoop attack.
You did?
Yeah.
On your snoop attack?
I mean, this one was really quick, and it was late. They were about ready to shut down. I was in and I was out. I knew what I wanted to look at, and bing, bing, and I was out, you know?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So,
those are like, you know those inventions, you're like, I am so glad they made that. You know, like Febreze and certain things that you're just glad that were made. That's one of them.
And it's the best thing ever. It's the best thing ever. And, you know, talking about this heat now, I'm going to mention this again. I mentioned it before, but I'm going to redo it again. I talked to the fantastic people at Metrolink Train today.
Yes, please. Tell me about that.
Oh, they got some good stuff going on. Oh, I was getting happy. And what people can do now is go to your computers and push in MetrolinkTrain.com.
I'm actually writing this down, MetrolinkTrain.com. Okay, go ahead.
All right, and go to their homepage. I was on there for a good 15 minutes snooping around through the whole site after I talked to them.
Yes.
They have everything imaginable that can make people happy and get them from point A to point B and back again. And what they have now, and this is way cool, is they have that weekend pass for $10 per person.
Ooh,
you can go anywhere on Metrolink Train.
Really bad?
Yes. And you can go down to Oceanside, all the beaches, and we did this a couple of times, Rich and I and Michael Anthony and some other friends. We took it all the way down to the beach, down to that San McClintley, I think is the correct pronunciation of it. And you are literally steps away from the beach.
No, hold on. I want to make sure I have this straight. Did you say a weekend pass, $10 per person?
For all day Saturday or all day Sunday.
Oh, I am on that.
Yeah, so like let's say you want to go somewhere all day Saturday.
Yes.
$10. If you're going to do it on Sunday, it's $10.
Oh, Bev.
Yeah.
You don't know how happy you're making me right now. I'm serious.
Yeah, and you know when we were talking about the garment district?
Yes.
Well, I found the map. I'm going to check with Jesse when he gets back from holiday. That once you get off that train, if you take the red line, the blue line, or the gold line to get into the garment district.
Oh.
And, yeah, so I'm right up on that. All of this good stuff starts on the 20th of May.
I'm actually writing this down, 20th of May. Okay.
Yeah, and then if you want to go and see an Angels game, go on Metrolink Train.
Oh, yeah, I mean, beach trip, shopping trip, a sports trip, just getting out of the desert trip. That is so awesome. I love that. Thank you for looking into that, Bev, and I'm not joking.
You're welcome, my dear. And then also, real quick, while we're doing a couple of little shout-outs, one I want to get into before we get into the food thing. Because we're going to the food thing.
Better go there. Yes. All right.
All right. Our very, very good friends at San Bernardino Golf Club on Waterman Avenue, right here in San Bernardino. Guess what they're doing?
What are they doing?
They're having everything. The 44th San Bernardino Country Club Championship. They have one on May 24th. At Sierra Lakes Golf Club.
All right.
On the 25th, and I am going to be there on the 25th with the Chamber of Commerce over in Loma Linda. That's the Arrowhead Country Club.
Okay, Bev, I have a question. Do you play golf?
No.
You don't?
I shoot pool. I shoot pool. No, I kid you not. Here's a funny story, Mia. I kid you not. A couple of years ago, we're all over to the Arrowhead Country Club.
Yeah.
And we're doing the things, I'm doing the call-ins to the station and yada, yada, all the fun stuff, right? Well, the guys got in their golf carts, and they took off. So it started getting very, very, very quiet. So I and some of the ladies from the chamber saying, what are we going to do? Well, I made a dash down to Starbucks and came back, and we visited for a while. Well, we went to the putting green. And I'm going to get in serious trouble telling you this over the air.
Oh, no, so go ahead, you tell.
What we did is we tried to hit the balls. Well, mine didn't get up in the air like it should or nothing. So we all laid down on our bellies. We turned the putter backwards, and we're shooting the ball like we're shooting pool. Them balls were going everywhere. everywhere. We had so much fun, but don't tell anybody I told you what we did.
That's the funniest thing I ever heard. I can picture you doing that too, Bev. Hilarious.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's really fun. And I have a lot of good friends over at San Bernardino Golf Club, and with them for a long time. And Dr. Bombay from our band, he plays golf over there. A lot of the guys that we know do a lot of golfing over there. And if you all want to get out and have a lovely, lovely time for golfing, go to San Bernardino Golf Club. They are on the tippity top. They got my stamp of approval straight across. They got a lovely little restaurant in there. They got the pro shop where you can get your clubs, your balls at a D's and a dat, and everything else going on.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
It does look beautiful, and it's well kept.
It is. And then also, if you would like to contact them for getting your tea time going, if you want to order special food, if you have a big group of people coming in to play golf with you, I think it's play or shoot, I don't know what the correct saying is, all of this, call 909-885-2414. Again, that number is 909-885-2414. That is the most gorgeous golf course I have ever seen.
Well, are you calling out all golfers? Can anyone come and enter the tournament?
Yes.
And can it be women, or is it fellas only?
Well, I'm not quite sure, but if we put a hat on silly, maybe we could pass. I don't know. And they're over here on 1494 South Waterman Avenue in San Bernardino, and the zip is 92408. And they have the driving range. They have golf instructors. They have putting greens. I don't know why. I think a putting green ought to be blue or something. A little pink color. I don't know, right? They have the snack bars. You name it. I mean, you just have to go over there and check this golf course out. It is absolutely incredible.
It is. You're right. And I've heard so much about golf courses. I understand people who love to play it just love being on the green. They could spend hours there. If it was up to them, they would sleep right there by, one of the holes.
Yes. And when we get off air, the next time I see you, because I want to tell you this one in person, I have the funniest story about Richard and Dr. Bombay and some of the guys when they went golfing over there 4 years ago.
Oh, my goodness. I'd love to hear that story.
Yeah. We got to do that one off air because we'll be giggling, forget the rest of the show. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yes. Now, talking about food.
Yum.
Yes. And you can go to Lowe's and you can get your grills. They got grills on sale.
Actually, we got our barbecue grill from Lowe's.
Very good.
Oh, yeah. We have a big old silver one, gas. Lowe's is the best. I do love Lowe's.
I am so happy to hear you say that because that's where my stuff came from.
Yes.
Yes. And then also, to get back to the food, my favorite subject, yeah, Joyce is going to be on the other line with us in a minute, hon. And in the L.A. Times this morning, they had a fantastic article, which I cut out. I will send you a copy of this. It's very good. And the U.S. sales of organic foods growing 11.5%.
Oh, so people are taking notice and reaching for organic over the regular process, correct?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Nice, Bev.
They are. And hang on for a minute. Okay. Is Joyce coming with us, or what's going on?
Yeah, I got Joyce on line 45.
Okay. Hey, Joyce. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Good. We got Mia on the other phone, and we're talking about food.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Miss Mia.
Hi, Joyce.
How are you doing? Are we good on the sound, or were our levels good?
I think so.
I hear you perfectly.
Good. So how's everybody this lovely Friday?
Well, we're hot, but we're okay. We're hanging in there, right, Bev?
Yes. And I'll tell you, Joyce, if the levels are off, we can stand on a step stool and get higher. You know what I mean? Yes.
Right.
Yeah, and we're just hitting into the food part of the program. Joyce, I'm glad you called. And I just told me, and I want to tell you, too, I cut the article out, and I'm going to make a copy for you also, Joyce, that the U.S. sales of organic products growing 11.5%.
That's astounding. And did we ever talk? I don't know if we did yet about the documentary setup. Do you know that since World War II, people were using pesticides, number one, for weapons, but then they started mixing it with fertilizer, and
Yes.
it changed the soil base
Yep.
of our soil. So it's not the same as it used to be before all of that happened. So organic is the way to go, and that's why we really need to get really friendly and familiar with our local farmers markets.
That's it.
Go to these wonderful farmers markets, meet the growers, meet the people that are there, get the best fruits and vegetables, and they taste so much different. The organics taste so much different. Same thing with the grass-fed, non-hormone, organic chicken, beef, whatever you do. Organic is the way to go. And people are realizing it more and more because these pesticides in our manufacturing, the way the foods are manufactured, 90,000 chemicals. 90,000 chemicals. So
Are you kidding me?
From the chemicals, go organic.
90,000?
90,000, and I have the article. In fact, I'll bring it with me because I'm going to see you on Tuesday. It was stunning to me. Stunning to me.
That is scary.
Yeah, and you really should see the documentary Fed Up. Katie Couric executive produced it. She does interviews on it. It's really eye-opening what they do to our food and the addictive things they put in it, and that's a whole other segment. But I just wanted to say go organic.
I'm glad you did. Yes, and ladies, talk for a minute among yourselves, okay?
Okay, because I have a couple of questions for you.
Yes.
Actually, I didn't know what you originally said about the soil, that the soil changed.
Now, I can't hear you very well on my end for some reason, but I know you were talking about the soil changing. The soil is not the way it used to be a long, long time ago. How long ago was World War? 70-some-odd years ago, 70 to 100 years ago. We didn't have the illnesses that we do now, and our grounds, the soil is all changed. That's why when you start going organic, it doesn't happen overnight. It takes a while to redo the soil. So, and I'll bring you that article too.
Okay.
When I see you.
Now, listen, I got to bump in. Joe and I just had a little discussion, and Joyce was nice enough that she found some music about food, and Joey's going to play a little bit of it right now. Mia, get ready.
If we live till 84, all we ever get is gruel. Every day we say our prayer. Will they change the bill of fare? Still we get the same old gruel. There's not a crust, not a crumb can we find. Can we beg, can we borrow or cash? But there's nothing to stop us from getting a thrill when we all close our eyes and imagine.
Here it is.
Food, glorious food, hot sausage and mustard.
Can you hear that?
Is that from Oliver?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, Joe, thank you for that, honey. Yeah, and Joyce, thanks for getting it over to us. I really appreciate that. Yeah.
My pleasure. So apropos. And I can see you sitting there bopping your head in time to the music.
Hey, what can I say? I love music. And talking about the food now. Now, Mia, let's ask you first. Up in your neck of the woods, how many farmers markets do you have, and what's going on in your neighborhood with food?
Well, the farmers market we have here in Victorville at the college, they have it